So, does a vegan diet provide good salt levels? Because
Salt reduce, yes, because we eat. I'll show you.
okay.
We can eat this kind of vegetables or fruits without salt. We can eat it. So if we become a vegetarian, we become naturally, we can reduce salt consumption. It's logical, yeah?
But we need some salt in our bodies, don't
If
we?
we need, we can take it.
Ah, okay. All right. True. All right. Yeah. Do you take? How do you get enough B12? Vitamin
B12, no
B12.
problem in Korea, you
Yeah.
know? In doenjang, in
Right.
청국장, in soy milk, and also in kim, seaweed.
Right,
There are
right,
many, or much, many vitamin B12. No problem.
Right. Okay.
It was for information. It was 맞아요? 잘못된 뭐예요? 영어로? False?
False information, right? A myth or misinformation.
Misinformation. It
Right.
was misinformation. If we become a vegetarian, we cannot take.
Get
cannot
B12.
No,
Yeah.
it was misconception.
Right.
Misinformation.
Maybe even disinformation, perhaps.
Disinformation.
Yeah.
And this kind of spirulina,
Oh, spirulina. Yeah. Uh-huh.
vitamin B12.
Right. It does have that too. True. Good point. So, do you take those kind of supplements sometimes?
If I need, if I cannot take vegetables, it's a supplement for, not for vitamin, it's a supplement for vegetables for me.
Okay. All right. Sure. Good. Have you ever eaten any hemp?
Hemp, what is hemp?
Hemp.
Ma?
Ma or tema.
Why?
Not smoking, but eating.
No. I wear as shoes, hemp shoes, but I do not eat.
All right. Okay. All right. Because hemp seeds and oil have good omega-3 and 6. So,
Ah,
yeah.
you know our turkey, wild sesame, has
yeah.
many. Oh, much. What is right? Many or much?
Depends. What?
Much omega-3.
It has a lot of omega-3.
A lot of, yeah.
Wow, really?
들깨, wild sesame have a lot of omega-3.
Wow.
No problem. And
Great.
you know, 그 뭐지? 라인, 작은 씨앗 있는데, this kind of small seed, which we use for bread and forget it.
That's okay. All right. All right. Yeah, you talked before, but can you talk a bit more specifically about the connection between vegan food and the climate?
Vegan food and climate?
Yeah.
If we become vegan,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the 2 degrees Celsius is the climate goal, climate preventing climate change goal is the 2 degrees Celsius, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If we become vegan, we can reduce the cost up to 80%.
80%.
80%
Of the cost
is according to the report of Netherlands Environmental Agency. It's
Okay.
PBL. It was published in 2009 in February. I can show you the report.
Oh, all right.
This is a governmental organization, institute.
80% of the cost of what?
Climate mitigation cost.
Ah.
We can reduce 80%, not 18, 80% of climate mitigation cost if we become vegan.
Perhaps that is similar then to the Goodland and Anaheim study.
Yes, very similar.
Be much more than 50%, right, of
It's
due to
about
greenhouse
cost,
gases.
about cost, but
Right.
yes.
Okay. Interesting. How soon do you believe there will be a big shift in the general population's understanding of meat and how bad it is for people and for the climate, for themselves as individuals, but also for the planet and the atmosphere?
I hope this kind of big shift comes as early as possible, because it is already too late. You see, the climate disasters, this kind of big disasters, continuously. Earthquake, tsunami, and volcano explosion, and smog in Beijing. Everything is present, and the flood in Thailand.
I can see how floods and smog could be due to changes in the atmosphere, but you just said earthquakes and volcanoes. They are also caused by changes in the atmosphere?
You so imagine there is ice on the Greenland, yeah?
Ah, yeah.
If the ice melt, then it reduce the pressure.
Right.
Then the baseland rise up.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
And there is a shift from then on.
That will affect the tectonic plates?
Shift. There
right.
is. I can.
The tectonic plates.
Yeah.
Right. Ah.
It is not. It is it cannot be the only reason, but it contributes to the movement.
No, fair enough. Sure. Okay. What is your opinion on organic food?
Organic is very good. Good for the health, good to farmers, good for the farmers, and good for the environment. If the Arab land become organic, they can absorb 3 times more carbon from the air.
Sorry, say that again?
3 times more carbon from the air.
Organic plants do?
Organic Arab land become, if the arable, farmable, arable is right,
yes.
land become organic. This land can absorb 3 times more carbon from the air and held it.
That's very interesting.
Reducing very useful it is, and there is also reports by spreading this kind of pesticides, and the farmers get sick, and
yes. Right.
they die.
Right, sure.
Yes. And it also very harmful for us if we eat this kind of plants and this kind of grains and this kind of meat also.
Okay. But also, don't crops and plants grown with the help of fertilizer and but also pesticides, can't there be a higher yield per hectare or per acre?
You know, the products rate is not always higher than organically grown food, you know. We had this time in NGO Global Forum a presentation by a Cuban expert, and he showed us, and also the lady from iPhone, he showed us this kind of result, 3 rice culture, and also another kind of food, pull and push system. We can pull the nutrition from planting some plants near to cornfield, and we can also plant other plants to push the insects and the harmful. Then we can, the result is more than conventionally grown food. And I heard that Cuban experts saying sometimes 20 times more than conventionally grown food
Goodness
3
me.
to 20 times.
Goodness. Okay.
So we can only promote organic agriculture, and just that the government should give subsidies for them, for
Mhm.
especially in the beginning. They need this kind of support, so they should give subsidies. By doing that, they reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, and they give the healthy food for the people, and
Right. They produce more, yeah, for poorer people too. Right.
more healthy food.
So you're also saying that the story or the belief that that organic food produces less yield per hectare or per acre is a myth too. It's another myth, perhaps.
It's not myth, but we should know more. We should get more information from
Mhm.
from the other farmers who did that very successfully.
Right. So there are ways
Like from
to increase your yield.
Cuba, yeah,
Right.
Havana, and they made it fantastic.
There are ways to increase one's yield. Then it's a matter of research and finding the best way organically.
I think we should learn from Cuba, learn by Cuban experts.
True. Right. Okay. Good. Well, thank you. That's actually the bulk of the questions. That's all I had to go. It's not even 3 o'clock.